Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today's matchup features two teams looking for a win. It's the Cardinals coming in at 7-1, going up against the Broncos, who come in at 4-3.
Thank you, Larry. It hosted Super Bowls 42 and 49 at its University of Phoenix Stadium. That's where we're at in Glendale, Arizona. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line between the Denver Broncos and the Arizona Cardinals. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. So it'll be first down here after the run.
Let's go! Flex round! Flex round!
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. Second down, Brissett. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end, Green. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Brissett now on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
So 3rd and 5, defensively expecting pass. They've got 6 DBs out there.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round. Flex round.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Ohio. Ohio. Let's go. Flex round.
They'll run it. Here's Anderson. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
So important that you keep an opening drive going because you want to set the tempo right away. And you and I both know you can't set a tempo if you're punting the football away.
Yeah, maybe early. Don't want to be too over the top, but you're right. Big 3rd down conversion. A 1st down throw for Brissett. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. Emmanuel Sanders, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Screen play, Anderson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short.
Flex round. Flex round.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And some room to roam now. David Johnson on his way. A big run there by Johnson. 62 yards on the ground. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
158.
Working from the gun, Rodgers. The quick slant caught, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. J.J. Nelson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Here's Myers now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Second down following the incompletion. Out of the gun, Brissett. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
An update now from Oakland. The Raiders out to an early lead over the Chargers. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Third down now. It's C.J. Anderson. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 38 yards on the scamper there.
That looked like a 2-deep coverage, which we call cover 2. And what that really means is you have corners, what we call rolled up in about a 5-yard area on the outside receivers. Then your safeties are back closer to the hash marks near the middle of the field, somewhere around 10 to 12 yards back. So if you can break through the first level, you've got a chance to run before you encounter any type of resistance from the safeties.
We saw the example of it right there.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football, and the plays he's making, he's spilling them in the offensive backfield.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, surprise, surprise, partner. No, we know it's not a surprise. When you try to complete a pass against this Cardinals defense, there's a reason that they are known as the no-fly zone.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And some room to work. And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Second down, Johnson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. They give to Johnson going right. And some space here. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Brissett. Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Eddie Vanderdoes in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. 4th down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. Back deep, J.J. Nelson. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded just inside the 20. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Hoping now to get back in the end zone on this 4th possession. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. 2nd down now after the incompletion. Now a handoff. Johnson. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
All right.
is Rodgers on third down. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller able to drop him for a loss of 12, and it'll be fourth down. Here comes the Cardinals punter now. Emmanuel Sanders deep for the Broncos. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Now Sanders. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
The Broncos on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Let's go, Ohio!
Here's Brissett. But he will have a man, Demaryius Thomas. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard at the 22-yard line. Broncos on the move here a bit. Nice plays in succession back-to-back.
Let's go! Grand 38!
First down, Brissett. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard.
Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round! Flex round!
On second down, Anderson. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from the desert after this. The Broncos on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8.
Here we go! 1-9, Ohio!
Brissett sets to throw it. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And oh, he coughed it up. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It's a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not there for him.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And a nice gain of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Screen play, Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Rodgers to throw once more. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. J.J. Nelson as the first half is winding down. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And an update now from up in Seattle. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store.
Here we go. What? Ohio.
Throwing. Brissett. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that is incomplete. Stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls when you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Broncos on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go.
They'll throw now on the final play. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And we'll see what he can do on the return. So, all right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. 3rd quarter now. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. On play action, it's Rodgers. Lets it go for Nelson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Looking left side and completing it to Thomas. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they jumped on the left side of that line.
And you know when you're at the end spot, you are like in the starting blocks, waiting for the pistol to fire and go, and he jumped a little bit too early.
Let's go!
A second down throw for Brissett. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he's going to be out of bounds, but able to take it inside the 40-yard line. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Come on, let's go!
On 1st and 10, Brissett escaping the pressure right. A dump off to Anderson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Give him 8 on the play, and it's a second down.
And when you have a guy in the backfield who can catch the football, you don't just use him strictly for checkdowns or dump-offs. You make him part of the primary passing attack because what you're trying to do is get him into open field and then let him make people miss and advance the football.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group, and they're definitely showing blitz here. Brissett on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. On second down, Brissett again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And this is caught at the 8. And it was the stiff arm there that freed him enough to get the first before he's tackled. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So the offense has it, 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. They'll throw again. Brissett. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. And here we go on 1st and goal. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Corey Grant, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos cut into that lead. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little. Here's Johnson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They go to Johnson again. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. A first down carry here for Johnson. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it's the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on 3rd down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. On play action, Rodgers. Forced out to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Von Miller in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
And an update now from up in Seattle. And the Cowboys have added on to their lead. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. So the Broncos coming out now. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's fumbled already once, Charles. I'm not going to say that that was in his mind there, but I'm sure that during some of these plays he is mindful of it.
And once you fumble the ball, you know what your team tells you and your coaching staff? Take care of it. Rest of the game. And that does get in your mind a little bit, and sometimes that slows down your effort in trying to get free from tacklers.
And the defenders know it, too. They sniff that out, don't they?
Everybody wants to swarm the football. You know the rule is first guy hold up the runner, everyone else try and get there and strip the ball free.
And that'll be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. The Broncos on third down. Not quite 50%. 4 for 9. This will be 3rd and 5.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
From the shotgun, it's Brissett. It's complete to Grant. And he loses the football a second time. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off near the 32. And they will score. It's a pick six for the Cardinals touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And an update now from up in Seattle. And the Cowboys have added on to their lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. To throw is Brissett. Catch here, left side, Thomas. Skirts by him at the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
It's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So 5 yards remain now. Still first down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Brissett. They set up the screen for Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Let's go.
Brissett again. And this is caught at the 8. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
So they're going to go for 2. And in the air once more, it's Brissett. And it's intercepted at the goal line. A great read, and it's picked off. The big man, get the oxygen tank ready. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. Past the 20. And he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And the Cardinals' hands team able to secure the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical. Again,
it's It's Johnson. They find some open field here. The 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Cardinals will extend their lead. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. And coming out now, the Broncos. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent, but you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues. 1st and 15 here behind the chains. Brissett. Flushed out right. He goes underneath for Anderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll make it 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Sanders has it over the middle. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They're giving those short little routes. Tackled him in bounds, too. They're just not wanting to get beat over the top.
Yeah, and if you can't really get downfield, take the short routes. But now you got to have guys who can actually break tackles and increase those gains.
And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. They'll run for it. Anderson. And an alley to run. And he's got the 1st down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. Gun, Brissett being chased out left. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Brissett. Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the 1st.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 5 at the 4. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. It's Brissett. And he fires one incomplete. Virgil Green is tied in, the intended receiver. And it's second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me that option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Second down, Brissett. And that is incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd and 4.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
And he'll get it down close to the goal line, but not quite in. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Now Brissett. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Virgil Green, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. And on 2nd and 10 now. Now, Johnson, space to maneuver at the 40, and a cutback, right sideline. David Johnson on his way, and he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Open space inside the 10. And he's brought down after a good gain. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. I think this defense tired of seeing him run the football, and this D-line probably getting sick of the O-line as well.
And as I'm watching this, I'm thinking about a conversation I had with Adam Gase, the head coach of the Miami Dolphins in the offseason. He told me that he asked his running backs each week for their favorite runs. Give me your 3 top runs. And right now, you're seeing a guy that's probably using his top runs to great advantage in this game.
He is in a zone.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 11 on the year. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And some room to maneuver. And he's into the clear. 30, 20, 10, and the way home for a Broncos score. Corey Grant with what will be called a 107-yard return. And the Broncos cut into that lead. They are, by the way, into the fourth quarter now in Oakland. And it was the Raiders who were able to come away with a victory there. If they can hold on, the win would be number 8 for them on the campaign. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. 2 timeouts remaining defensively, but that shouldn't make much difference right here.
It really shouldn't, but a lot of coaches look at it similar to baseball with the intentional walk.
Always bringing in other sports.
Hey, listen, think about the intentional walk, right? What if one gets past the catcher? What if he uncorks a wild one and now you still have an opportunity? That's why they like to use them all the way through. Now, this is an example of breaking.